Hey guys, welcome to the Guerrilla Gaming community. I'm Captain Ronnie and I've got Nuclear Santa with me right now.
Hello.
We're just going over a few of the guys' bases on the server just to show you what they've done and how they've designed everything so far. So, at the moment we've got a group and a big faction on the server called the USS. They are the little Hellraisers on the server and they tend to build the biggest bases. Maybe not the best. Maybe that was a bit too biased.
Fuel critical.
Let's quickly go into Spectator and I'll show you. So they have got a working lift on the outside. If we follow down, there is a bit of clang now and then. And they're currently building, I don't know what's on the inside. It looks like it's gonna probably be a storage area for their vehicles. Go down one more and then we've got, I'm assuming their party room. And then all the way to the bottom, that's their clang area, I'm assuming. Inside,
Every good base must have one.
yeah, the USS especially. And yeah, downstairs they've got a lot of upgrades on their refineries and assemblies there. So this has only been up and running about 3 days, if I'm correct.
Yes, 2 days.
Energy.
But yeah, you can see, we're just experiencing some of the drones coming into fire. There we go. Yep, and that was a enemy drone shot down by their humongous amount of guns they've got. So one thing I will note, their power usage are off the charts. They do not need that many. But one good point, I think, Nuke, you might be best explaining, is why we need the decoy block so much.
So, as usual, when Clang decides to send a lightning strike towards us, this being Mars, you actually get lightning in the sandstorms. The decoy box should take the brunt of that impact from the lightning, so you don't have to constantly repair your turbines. One of the other benefits of that is, as we saw there, the drones themselves, who have turrets on their bottoms, actually attacked the decoy blocks first, because this is a very tight-knit base, which also then has the benefits that because the turrets are very close-knit, that drone sort of just hits a wall, where suddenly all of the turrets are targeting it, and it just disintegrates mid-air before it can fire off a shot.
I feel like they're shooting at you.
I think they're having a bit of fun shooting at our invulnerable bodies.
And here we are at Project's base. Project, he's always told me that he wanted to be a farmer, but I didn't realise he wanted to be a wind farmer. So I can see many issues with his wind turbines. I say it's not really going to be that difficult to take out his entire supply. I think just take out one grid and you've taken out half of his turbines.
It's basic. But
yeah, he's definitely focusing on resource collecting at the moment instead of actually building a big defensive area.
Yeah, not a lot to fix though if he does get attacked. Just pop a few more turbines up there and it will be back to normal.
Yeah, he's got the small little vehicle. So that's like his little defence vehicle, I assume, if he's being attacked by a drone or another player. But I feel like he's going to need to up his game a bit. So I don't see any decoy blocks up here. And obviously with the drones coming in quite often, as much as his Gatlings and his guns are doing some damage, he's obviously lost a lot of turbines over here.
Yes, I think I'm not sure why he hasn't gone for the decoy approach to protect from the drones and also the lightning inside Mars' storms. But again, as I said, it probably won't take much for him to repair it as and when it does get broken. If we look at his refineries now, we'll actually see a few gravel sifters in there. That's a mod that has been added to the game to get rid of huge amounts of gravel when you mine huge amounts of stone. Which brings us very nicely to his bore drill.
You say nicely. I'm not too happy about the drills, and the pistons, but
how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stacked pistons.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
ah, ah.
And I said, no, just go and get the resource. Don't dig down in the ground. I said,
It's
the problem is everyone does the same thing and digs big holes, and I've got no issue with it apart from I hate pistons, and one day lightning might strike that.
well, it is actually good reason. I know that in the past, Project has put his entire base inside the hole that he's drilled out for resources, which
Okay.
might explain why the top of his base is so basic.
Yeah, no.
Very soon
I could
we'll
see
probably
it.
find his entire base hidden down this 11 piston clang machine.
Yep,
And
and
until
it will just
then,
be one nuke to drop down there, and not
one
you.
nuke indeed.
All right,
It's actually a good reason to have the sifters, because when he's getting through that much stone, the amount of gravel he's going to retrieve from his refineries is also going to be quite horrendous.
Yeah.
And I remember him telling me actually that he doesn't need cobalt traded for the first time in, I think, since he's actually been on this server, because he can get just about enough cobalt from the gravel from his enormous hole. So props to him for that.
Yeah, no. So other than no decoys, he's on his way to living like an undergrounder.
I'm sure he's got his plans sorted out, and I think it's not going to. Yeah, I think it's going to go pretty well, like it has done before.
All right, well, let's jump on to the next. All right, so here we've got Duelist King. So he's captured a space pirate's. What is it? Is it just like an observation area, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's one of the observation
It looks
posts.
like it might be, yeah. So it's pretty cool again, and you have got plenty of AI on the server that you can either steal, destroy, that you can't make friends with, but so at least you can do something with their stuff after you've destroyed them. And again, we're seeing the decoy block on top, which is, again, this is the one I was saying about earlier, where it's not the smartest of ideas having it right there. I would have suggested putting a different tower a little bit away from his actual power source. So the other guys can actually, they can get away with it because they've got so many turbines going, but this not so much. But going over some of his other designs, so I do like a rover. Rover's always good. I've never been a great fan of the drilled rovers. I've never been good at drilling with a rover, but that's just my poor skills.
No, being unable to change the angle which your drill is going in is quite a bit of a handicap, unless you have some sort of hinged rig design.
Oh no, sorry, I give that to him. He's got some solar panels up there, so at least he's got a secondary power source just in case. I'm just having a look in the inside at the moment. So yeah, you've got quite a nice little setup in here. So he has just got the basic doors, and he's not really doing much to conserve his oxygen. So I would probably suggest that he gets focused on that soon. And just having one quick look before I throw it over to you. The underneath is just lots of compact refinery and assembly components. It's pretty and there's his door. It's pretty good, but obviously it's one of those where if something goes wrong, so it will be a pain to fix. Yeah, your points, Luke. What have you got?
Well, he's clearly put in a few hours' work on this base, which he's liberated from some pirates.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think we can see that the design of the station is somewhat asymmetrical because of the way he's repaired it, presumably after crashing some sort of plane into it to destroy the turrets on top, which he's then replaced with one of the modded turrets from our assault weapons pack. The turbine blades are mounted on a nice solid steel frame of just basic light armor. So
actually welded it together, opposed to the previous farm that we've seen.
Yes, he has actually put the effort in to make sure this isn't going to immediately melt underneath turret fire from the drones. He's got it's the bare minimum. He's got enough here to run a base.
Oh yeah, he's done very well for a solo. I say I wouldn't go against any of the pirates until I had like a good vehicle, and from the looks of it, he started with, from what I could see, he didn't really have much unless he lost his plane or his vehicle there. I can't see exactly how he done it. Oh, I can see how he done it.
Yes, so can I.
I've just noticed that. There's cheek on him.
Critical.
He's dug his way through. I'll give it to him. He's done very well to get to where he's got. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops his base.
Yes, I think the base does the job. It's got the refineries and cargo underneath in a very secure location. I doubt that any enemies are going to get through that anytime soon. A bit sparse on defense, but for a solo player, he's not doing badly at all.
No, he's doing really well. Right, let's go away while his turret's randomly shooting. Right, looks like we've got to your base now, Nuke.
Yes. Well, this hole is where the base was before another admin accidentally deleted it with the trash cleanup. I'm not bitter.
Good. Okay. It wasn't me, just so you know. It was definitely.
I know who it was. Don't worry. The revenge will
also,
be forthwith.
Yeah, we all know who it was, and we should bury him in this pit. Just.
You know what? I should. Next time he goes AFK, I'll put him in this hole.
Brilliant. Right, let's go and have a look at your wind farm. I mean base.
Yes. So obviously I went to sleep one night with my base fully created, woke up with it completely gone, and over here I found that a member of my faction had put in the effort to put together a brand new base that actually looks very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
He's rounded off the edges.
I'm just going to clear this weather because as much as it is normally pretty cool, right now it's very difficult to see everything. There we go.
Ah, that's
Sorry.
better.
So so we've got the antenna in the middle, and is that to tell everyone where you are?
That is indeed to tell everyone where we are, because we do not, we're not afraid. As you've seen the effectiveness of these cannons before. Actually, everyone else has been using the 20mm autocannons because they're cheaper to supply with ammunition.
Oh yeah, but the 20mm will take a long time to destroy something, where the 40mm will literally obliterate everything.
It does. We do get turrets melting. You actually notice a surprising lack of craters anywhere near our base. We've got a few.
Oh, who's that landing there? Is that Yarrick?
Yeah, that appears to be Yarrick, or Timsit is his play name. Landing his miner, which this was the only grid that was here when I spawned in to find.
Miner.
Yeah, just this miner, and I think the miner's a very good design. It's very compact.
Yeah, I like a compact miner. So
The cargo capacity is fairly mediocre, and it doesn't have a method of throwing out stone, but I think it does its job fairly well.
Normally when I build a base or I build a vehicle,
Fuel critical.
I end up with a laughable amount of crashes, so that even my base crash somehow. So it's just shocking. My designs, they shouldn't be allowed. So I don't even know how or why I play Space Engineers with my poor skills. But yeah, no,
Yes,
I've got to admit, whenever I see like your bases, they are usually pretty epic. I say on the previous iterations, they were always pretty cool. And I've got to say that it's a nice touch having the camouflage. I do like a bit of camouflage. But come and show me a few bits in. What have we got in here? What's in the?
I'll be honest. Last time I was down this hole, there wasn't actually anything built down here. It seems he's setting up a very nice hangar bay for us to use in the future.
He's got the world's longest ladder, though.
No energy.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to use that ladder unless we run out of hydrogen. Even then, we should be able to get some sort of survival kit or medical base down there.
I do have to,
Yeah, you'll
have to
notice.
just say, sorry, just as a disclaimer, just in case anyone's watching this and wondering why and how has he got that square drop in the hole. So basically, since a certain admin, no one to be named, Koi, may have deleted the base, in all fairness, say only this was excavated and brought back to life for nuclear. I say otherwise it was going to be a bit unfair. I say since all of his entire base and beautiful design was demolished. Koi. Back to you. Sorry, no.
Yeah, I think I can see that Tim Sitz, when he's made the space, he's gone for a nice square house-like design. It reminds me a lot of, you know, those villages in Minecraft.
Yeah,
Okay, but
yeah.
yeah, it reminds me a lot like that. There's even a water hole over here, just a
Oh yeah.
small hole that he's
That's ice.
excavated for ice. Yes, in fact, he's actually chosen a fantastic location for Mars because we are sitting on what appears to be a massive ice lake,
Yeah.
just covered with a thin layer of rock.
Going in. So what's this?
Yeah.
Is this another little hangar, a little storage area for vehicles?
It was going to be.
It's a
I
bit small, but
Yeah.
Rovers would be pretty cool, I suppose.
Yeah, Tim said he made a few landing pads which you can see are separated by only 2 blocks, which I thought was a bit.
I do
It wasn't enough for me.
The railings are pretty cool.
Yes, he's done a lot. He's put a lot of effort into actually decorate it. If you come around the back though, where you can see a much larger area excavated out.
Okay.
This is the first thing I added to the base when I spawned in. Over here we've got our welding pad, which has been repainted apparently. Standard welding pad, very similar to what the USS have, only it's a single 1x5 piston that reciprocates with 5 welders on it and welds anything within a short distance. There was a piston on the roof to hold a projector, but it isn't there anymore.
Okay.
I'll ask Tim Sit about that.
Might be on your latest design.
And yes, these are all my designs. I could make some ugly box thing that's effective, but I've mellowed out in my old age.
Yes, you probably haven't.
And
wait, are these wings that you've got on the side here?
if you look more closely, you'll see that those are actually, yes, they're hinged. If you look at the front of these pieces, you'll see that they have cameras on the front.
Yeah.
And that's because these are actually guided missiles.
Oh, really?
The single push of a button from the cockpit, I can take control of them. They do work. I've tested them out.
Okay, so you've always been a big fan of a drone, especially since we're now on a drone server.
Indeed, and the large antenna on the base will help with that, along with the welder to print out drones faster than the pirates can deal with them, or any other players once we start PvP.
Well, I'd say I'm pretty impressed by your design. I'm not going to go through your whole interior, but just from the outskirts, it looks like a base that was made for AI. It doesn't look like a player base, where it's so well established, and the design is really well. It works well for you.
I've always had the benefit of. Yeah, go on.
Where's your decoy blocks?
I'll be honest, we were going to put decoy blocks before we found that we didn't need them. The number of turrets we have are.
Okay, so what about the light?
Critical.
We haven't had any problems with lightning. We're
Not
going
yet.
around
Not yet.
checking.
You may see
Yeah.
a certain weather. I'm only
Yeah,
joking. I wouldn't.
Yeah, occasionally we just go around and repair the turbines with a few interior plates, but with the amount of iron we've got, it's really not much of an issue.
Yeah, no. It's looking pretty good, and I'm gonna leave it there. So there is a few guys' bases that we haven't looked at, and they're not currently online. So I didn't want to invade them without them actually knowing that their base is going to be up and running. But I think for what we've looked at, you can see a few different designs. The USS's underground base semi-underground base anyway is pretty effective. And then you've got
No energy.
project space, which is that projects had a pretty simple design where he's going to be hopefully building in that hole to keep him safe a bit more. Then we had Duelist with his massive capture. I say the fact that he could steal a base is pretty impressive. Apart from the fact we know he drilled his way through, so his impressiveness lost a little bit there. But other than that, it looks like it's going to be heading well. And finally, yeah, Nuke, your base is pretty impressive, and I feel like you are going to be probably dominating the server with your planes and everything. And hopefully you'll be able to get them tested out on the next event that we're doing on this on Friday. Oh well, this is the end of the video, so I want to say thank you for watching, and if you do want to join the server, feel free to jump onto Discord and introduce yourself, and so the guys will make you feel well. I've been Captain Ronnie,
And I've been Nuclear Santa.
and we want to say thanks, and we'll see you again next time.